Alright. Hello everybody, today we're making chicken and rice from Colombia, or Arroz Con Pollo Colombiano, which is exactly as the name suggests. It's rice dish with chicken that is seasoned in such a way that is associated with Colombian cuisine. And yeah, so as always, it's not real chicken, but this, which is the best plant-based chicken in my opinion, and in Brennan's opinion, and it's really good. And so that's like one of the main ingredients. So the first thing is, Brendan, remember your water is like over there.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just finishing inviting people.
So the first thing that we're gonna do is like make a stock, and obviously if we were using real chicken, we would just make a stock because, yeah. But in this case, we're using fake chicken, so the fake chicken isn't going to like lend itself to a stock. So, but it does hold juices very well, and when you cook that chicken in something like a sauce or a broth, it becomes super juicy and really, really flavorful. Soaks up all those flavors. It's really good about doing that. Similarly to real chicken. So I am gonna do that. So I'm not really doing this in order to make a stock. I'm more making a stock in order to flavor the chicken.
And then we're also going to use the stock.
And then, yeah, we're going to use it. But I'm making the stock out of my vegetarian chicken bouillon cubes. Whereas if you were using real chicken, you wouldn't have to use this because it would just be flavored already.
Cool.
So that's what I'm doing, so...
really quick, Sarah Sittinger, John, and your mom are all here, and your mom says hi.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
So, I'm just looking at these ingredients. So yeah, the first thing is to make the stock. So I have 5 cups of water in here, and then basically I'm going to shred this, well, not really shred it, but more
rip it up.
Rip it up into pieces and put it in. And yeah, I don't want to miss anything. There's a lot of ingredients in this.
Yeah, a lot of meat and veggies and rice, and it's a good time.
So it's not a ton of chicken, because it's expensive, this chicken is, and yeah, we probably could have got 2, but that's fine.
Yeah, maybe. I guess we'll find out.
It doesn't matter because we're not using it to make the stock. Like I said, this is literally like infusing the meat, quote unquote, with the stock juices.
Yeah, the issue will not be in the flavor of the dish. It's more just a question of the ratio of chicken to rice to veggies.
Yeah.
I'm sure, I think it'll honestly be pretty fine because...
This chicken's just so much money. It's like I'm not paying like $16 for some chicken.
Yeah, but I mean, we're only making a cup of rice, so like it can't be that gigantic of a dish.
Yeah.
So I think this would be a solid amount of chicken. I think we probably could have used more, but I think we're not necessarily needing it.
That, and then let's see, we need a half of a white onion and 2 garlic cloves. So, I need like a mess bowl. So, that's neat because I can actually just put the garlic in whole. I just need to peel it.
Oh, you don't have to crush it?
No.
Nice.
Because it's just flavor for a stock. You're not going to eat this.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah, this is my new cutting board.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I mean, my fingers are gonna get a little garlicky, but oh well.
You know, small price to pay for yummy food.
For garlic. Alright, so there you go. I hate that, but peeled garlic, drop that in there.
Boop.
And then we're gonna do another one. You got up 3.
You need another one for the later part of the recipe. I'm not that dumb. I do know how to count to 2.
Yeah, apparently.
This will be a yummy stock.
Yeah.
Definitely a bit more complex than we normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like normally it's you get some stock and then you just like with these sort of rice and meat dishes, you kind of like cook the veggies, or like you create a stock, you put the meat in, you put some veggies in, you put some rice in, and then it all just kind of cooks. This is interesting because you're kind of doing the broth at the same time, which will hopefully make a more flavorful broth, but we'll see.
Yep. So now I'm going to chop this in half. It's a white onion, and then I think we need some more onion afterwards, but
yeah.
First just half an onion.
Yep. Gotta peel off the gross outer layer.
Mm-hmm. Tore off a bit too much, but that's fine.
Yeah, it'll survive.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
De-skinning the other half of the onion accidentally.
Yeah. Using these grooves and just like kind of pushing them into the grooves.
Keeping the garbage.
Yeah, the little bits that it's hard to get out.
Yeah.
By the way, if you ever want to talk about Colombia, you probably can.
Sure. Well, you're cutting this onion up.
I'm not. I'm just gonna put it in.
Oh, nice.
It's just.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'll kind of like.
Yeah, break it up a bit.
Yeah.
Fucking easy.
You can talk about Colombia if you want.
Okay. So Colombia, their capital is Bogota. A population of 47.2 million and an area of 1.1 million square kilometers. Their official language is Spanish. So Colombia, soaring Andean summits, unspoiled Caribbean coast, enigmatic Amazonian jungle, cryptic archaeological ruins, and cobbled colonial communities. Colombia boasts all of South America's allure and more.
Really fast. This is the seasoning that's like really important to this dish, and basically it has Mexican saffron in it, which is different. I don't know how, but I think it's just Mexican saffron. And a lot of salt and a lot of MSG, and MSG just makes anything taste really good.
Hell yeah.
So that's what it looks like. I'm gonna pour this in there. It's about like a half tablespoon, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I could measure it out, but
none of those things are spices or whatever seasonings that are going.
It's definitely
salty,
meaty tasting. It's the MSG makes it taste kind of meaty.
Umami.
It's not meaty. There's no meat in there, but it does taste meaty and saffrony. So awesome.
Oh yeah. Same as here.
Talking about Colombia if you want. I'm adding a half tablespoon of cumin too.
Nice. So. Welcome, Sam. So, Colombia. Colombia's equatorial position on the equator affords it a true diversity of landscapes. A slight tinkering in altitude takes you from sun-toasted Caribbean sands to coffee-strewn emerald green hilltops in the Zona Cafetera. Continue to climb and there's Bogota, the third highest capital city in the world. Sam says,
this is clumping, as you can see.
Yeah. Sam says, hey-o.
That's fine. I will put in,
A little extra.
That's probably about right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Perfect.
this cumin is clumpy as fuck.
That's
Continue.
fine. A few thousand meters higher and you find snow-capped peaks, lakes, and the eerie, unique vegetation of the Paramo.
Oh yeah, I went to the Paramo in Ecuador.
Nice.
It's fucking weird. It looks like another planet. What's going on?
We just had a disconnect for a second.
Oh, okay.
We're back. The Andes give way to Los Llanos, a 550,000 square kilometer swath of tropical grassland shared with Venezuela, often called the Serengeti of South America. Colombia's varied terrain is fertile ground for outdoor adventurers to dive, climb, raft, trek, and soar. Providencia's world-class reef spells aquatic heaven for scuba divers, and the whale watchers on the Pacific coast can see humpbacks in the wild.
Those are super cool.
Nice.
So yeah, I added
Some bay leaves.
and a little bay leaf, and now I'm just gonna be adding some salt and pepper.
Nice. Sam says, may bounce earlier because Miraculous United Heroes is tonight,
God.
and I need to see the deep lore.
Of course.
That's okay. Hopefully, this shouldn't be the longest dish,
Yeah.
but because basically the whole process is we're gonna cook up this stock, and it's gonna be delicious. And then once the stock is cooked, we're basically just gonna put some veggies into the pot with the chicken and the broth, and then it cooks.
Yeah.
And I doubt we're gonna make you guys sit through the last cooking step.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So-
have my boiling cubes now too, because we don't have
Chicken.
real chicken. So I got a supplement of it.
Yep. But yeah, so this shouldn't be too long a meal to make, at least for you guys, because you guys
filled
get.
with all the flavors too might be enough. We'll see. We'll see if I have more. So we're gonna bring this to a boil now.
Nice. So I will continue reading. So some top experiences in Colombia. Number 1 is Cartagena's Old Town. The hands of the clock on the Puerta de Reloj wind back 400 years in an instant as visitors enter the walled old town of Cartagena. Strolling the streets here is to step into the pages of a novel by Gabriel.
Cartagena.
Sure.
Cartagena.
Cartagena.
I don't know. I don't think G is pronounced ja.
You're probably
in
correct.
Spanish.
You're probably correct. Is to step into the pages of a novel by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. The pastel-toned balconies overflow with bougainvillea, and the streets are abuzz with food stalls around magnificent Spanish-built churches, squares, and historic mansions. This is a living, working town that just happens to look a lot like it did centuries ago. That's really cool. I'd love to visit that. I love historical-looking towns.
Historical looking towns.
Yeah.
I like them too. That was just a cute way of saying that.
Well, thank you. Next up is the journey to Ciudad Perdida. The trip to Ciudad Perdida is one of the continent's most mysterious ancient cities, arguably second only to Machu Picchu. The thrilling jungle walk through some of the country's most majestic tropical scenery has become renowned as one of Colombia's best multi-day hikes. Surging rivers pump faster than your pulse can keep pace as you ford them, waist deep against the otherwise quiet beauty of the Sierra Nevada. Your destination is awe-inspiring, an ancient lost city, quote, discovered by grave robbers and gold-digging bandits deep in the mountains, laid out in mysterious silent terraces, but it says much about the journey itself. That sounds really cool.
So I'm going to cut these. I don't know if you want to come
Sure.
over here instead.
Yep, I can bring the book over.
I'm going to stir those.
Bad boy's cooking up.
What is this? Not something I want in here, whatever it is.
Looks like a piece of onion skin.
Yeah. Alright.
Yep, so that'll keep going. It's just got a lot of liquid in there, so it'll take a little bit to boil.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm just gonna chop these up.
So we have one red and one green pepper, and these are going to go in the final dish.
Yeah.
So next up is Caño Cristales, held hostage by gorillas.
Oh
And
my god.
just to clarify,
Okay, I know which kind of gorilla
yeah,
you mean. I was like
gorillas like
gorilla.
rebels, not like rebels, like human people that are sneaky, not like large apes.
I was literally like,
No, this isn't like a Rise of the Planet of the Apes, like apes together strong type of shit. Caño Cristales is once again open for business. One of Colombia's most fascinating natural wonders, this gorgeous river canyon, flanked by the verdant jungle and mountainous terrain that forms the transition to the Colombian Amazon, explodes into an astonishing sea of red for a couple of months between July and November.
wow.
This unique phenomenon is caused by an eruption of...
Are you okay?
I'm turning the page.
Okay.
Kaleidoscopic algae along the riverbed.
Kaleidoscopic algae, that's sick.
Trekking between waterfalls and natural swimming pools is a fabulous experience. Fun. Next, we have trekking in El Cocuy. Parque Nacional Natural, PNN, El Cocuy is one of South America's most coveted stomping grounds, and for good reason. In season, December to February, everything throughout the Sierra Nevada del Cocuy region is characterized by burnt auburn sunrises that... you distracted me. By burnt auburn sunrises that bounce off craggy peaks, and the Paramo ecosystem of glacial valleys, mountain plains, high-altitude lakes, and rare vegetation. On clear days, entire swaths of the Los Llanos can be seen before you from any number of surrounding 5,000-meter high peak viewpoints. That's very cool. And just for anyone who was confused and doesn't realize this, because it's in the south, it says the peak is December to February, and that's their summer because they're in the South Pole, or the south half of the...
No, they're not. Ecuador is where the equator is.
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought they were... Yeah.
No, there might be like a small piece of it. I'd have to look at a map because Colombia is really big. But Ecuador is where the equator is, and a lot of Colombia is above Ecuador.
Regardless, and it is on the equator.
It's
so
not on the equator. Ecuador is on the equator.
On the equator, as in adjacent to the equator.
Yes, it is in the tropics.
Yes, what I'm trying to say is that just because it's December does not mean it's cold.
Yeah.
Because the weather never changes, basically.
You're right.
Just gonna stir our broth up
boy.
real quick. You can see it's starting to come to a bit of a boil. Not there yet, but it sure is getting there.
Alright, so...
Got some red pepper.
Of that, and then... Unfortunately, I
just do not have use for the rest of the pepper. That's fine.
It's okay, I used a lot of it.
So
it was a small one.
Yeah, that was a very small red pepper, which is good. Next up is La Guajira's dunes and deserts. Reaching this remote desert peninsula may be fun or arduous, depending on how you like to travel. But everyone who makes it to South America's most northerly point is blown away by the stunning simplicity of it all. And there's more to say about that, but before I turn the page, I just wanted to show you guys a map here. So you can see, this is Ecuador. And then next to it is Colombia.
It doesn't say.
Nope.
It's like goes through Quito.
Yeah.
It's like, there's part of it, I think, that's
See,
below it.
I am not crazy.
But
But yeah,
a tiny part.
here's Colombia. You got the mountain range. You got Bogota right there. Panama over here. Oceans, etc. And this is the northernmost point they're talking about. And one thing just really quick that I find interesting is that all of these different, like, I know Ecuador is the same, like, they all have their capital cities on mountains, which is weird to me because in most places in the world, the capital cities are by the ocean. Or
on rivers.
Yeah, like, with access to the water for trade and stuff. It's weird because it feels like a less accessible location.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is. But yeah, I'm just going to read that part again. Reaching this remote desert peninsula may be fun or arduous, depending on how you like to travel, but everyone who makes it to South America's most northerly point, La Guajira's dunes and deserts, is blown away by the stunning simplicity of it all. Pink flamingos, mangrove swamps, sand dune beaches, and tiny Wayu settlements dot the vast emptiness of this most magnificent and little visited corner of Colombia. Next up, we have the museums of Bogota. There are few places in the world where you can get a sense... Alexa, stop.
Why did you think we were talking
Because
to her?
I said next up, and they probably heard it as that, yeah.
Okay. That's really funny, though.
The museums of Bogota. There are few places in the world where you can get a sense of what finding a long-lost buried treasure might be like. Bogota's Museo del Oro, one of South America's most astonishing museums, will floor you...
Gold museum?
I don't know. I don't speak Spanish.
That's what Oro means.
Nice.
If it's spelled the way.
O-R-O?
Yeah.
Cool. Museum of Gold will floor you with a sensation of Indiana Jones proportions, and it's merely one of countless museums in the city. Whether you dig portly boteros, presidential helicopters, cocaine kingpin firearms,
Nice.
Bolivian swords, exquisitely tiled bathrooms, or broken vases, Bogota has a museum for you.
I really want to go to Colombia, but I wasn't able to when I was in
Ecuador. Yeah.
Because they were like, don't go there. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on there. But yeah, so that's a red pepper and a green pepper. What's up next?
So I need a 4th cup of the onion.
Mm-hmm.
I think, let me just read.
This is boiling, if that matters.
That's, hold on. Okay. So I need to... It smells really good, oh my god. I need to, I plopped the stuff in here, right?
The cubes, yeah.
Yeah. Except I didn't plop the last one in, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need to cover this, and then put the heat down to about that.
That's like a 3, so a
Medium
nice
low,
simmer,
yeah.
Maisie is here. Hi, Maisie.
So, yeah, and that's gonna cook for a while. Like, I am just gonna put 20 minutes. I don't think it needs the whole time, but, oh my god. I don't want
Use
this.
your finger.
I did! It doesn't work, babe. Okay. So, yeah, we can do that. But I have to chop a 4th cup of this onion, so
Yep.
I will do that in the meantime.
And I will continue reading about the many cool things to see in Colombia. We have about 4 more. And then there's other things I can read if we have time.
Cool.
The ancient statues of San Augustine. Scattered throughout rolling green hills, the statues of San Augustine are a magnificent window into pre-Columbian culture and one of the most important archaeological sites on the continent. More than 500 of these monuments, carved from volcanic rock and depicting sacred animals and anthropomorphic figures, have been unearthed. Many statues are grouped together in an archaeological park, but many more are in situ and can be explored on foot or by horseback along trails.
In situ, I like that word.
Interspersed with waterfalls and steep canyons. And really quick, while Erica's cutting, these are what some of these statues look like, and that's pretty fucking cool. Back to the onion. Number 8, whale watching on the Pacific coast. There are few sights in nature as impressive as watching a 20-ton whale
True.
launch itself through the air against a backdrop of forest-covered mountains.
True. I mean, I don't know about the mountains, but,
Every year, hundreds of humpback whales make an 8,000-kilometer plus journey from the Antarctic to give birth and raise young in Colombia's Pacific waters. These spectacular mammals come so close to shore in Ensenada de Utria that you can watch them cavorting in shallow waters from your breakfast table. To get even closer, sign up for a boat tour. Yeah, whale watching is just cool, so...
yeah, oh my god, if you haven't seen that video I took of the whale, that was
it's awesome.
amazing, so... I'm just gonna, I'm gonna use it.
Onion.
It's more, but like, I don't want to throw it away.
Yeah, whatever. It'll be good.
Alright, so there we go. I have all of that. Hopefully it didn't want me to separate it, because I didn't. So, let's see. It never says. I'm confused. Okay, no. It says to add them all at once. So, we
Perfect.
did it. Yay. Alright. So here's my bowl of fresh veggies. I'm gonna put it over here. That's my bowl of frozen veggies. I didn't do anything to them. That's great. I love frozen veggies. So yeah, they're gonna chill. And then I think the last thing that I even have to prepare is the cilantro.
Cool.
Which I also need a 4th cup of, but yeah, until then, like, unfortunately, we just kind of have to wait for that to be done. I guess I could, because if I had another Dutch oven, I could start cooking the veggies, but I kind of want to wait to use that one.
Gotcha, yeah.
Because I don't have anything else that's really, like, I have a pot I could use, but
yeah, couldn't you cook it in
gonna...
You could cook it in a saute pan and then just transfer.
I could. I don't know. I think that's going to be easier, but...
Okay. So we will continue reading, and you guys can look at the pretty pictures. Colonial Barachera. There is something immediately transcendent about stepping foot into stunning Barachera, arguably Colombia's most picturesque colonial village. Its rust-covered rooftops, and this is what we're looking at here in this picture, symmetrically cobbled streets, whitewashed walls, and pot plant-adorned balconies contrast against a backdrop of postcard-perfect Andean green. Barachera is a slow-paced marvel. Its name means place of relaxation in the regional Guane dialect, and finding oneself wandering its streets in a sleepwalker's daze, blindsided by its beauty, wouldn't be unusual. Very cool. And the last item is exploring Medellin. Medellin.
Yeah.
Get a bird's eye view of life in the real Medellin as you soar in a city's award-winning metro cable system above working-class neighborhoods clinging precariously to steep mountainsides. The maze of haphazard red brick abodes below is the beating heart of a city where difficult terrain is no obstacle to growth. After dark, check out the other end of the spectrum by visiting the chic restaurant... Oh, wait, one more sentence.
Can you not show something else while you're reading?
I was just going to finish so then I can focus on that. Sorry. By visiting the chic restaurants, bars, and clubs of El Poblado, the center of Medellin's legendary nightlife and popular with the city's... Yes, Medellin. It's legendary nightlife and popular with the city's well-heeled, fashionable crowd. So those are the experiences, and Erica is now going to chop up some delicious cilantro to prep that as well. And there's some other little side pieces and whatnot we can talk about, and but we will wait to do that until after this chopping finishes. Got water on the book.
How?
I think when you came over with your knife.
Well, first of all, the cilantro was so fucking wet. I had to, like, shake it out and dry it I mean, look at how wet it was. So.
It was well washed.
Okay. I was trying to put it into a pile, but it's like, no!
Nice. Very well chopped.
Fucking knife, get out of the way. Yeah, okay.
Sam said, literally watching Frozen right now, but I'm still watching.
What the fuck?
Why are you watching Frozen?
Yeah,
like,
that's just...
I guess it's a good movie.
I guess you could watch, like, anything better than that, honestly. As long as it's not Frozen 2, I hated that movie, oh my god. I really did. I hated that movie so bad.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan.
It was so dumb. Anyway. I need to chop a bit more because...
Just a little bit. So, while Erica's chopping up some more cilantro, I'll talk about the Great Crab Migration.
Oh my god.
Sam says because it's right before Miraculous. Oh, I think it's on Disney. Yeah. Sam says she has not watched the second Frozen. I would suggest not.
Just, it doesn't add anything, like at all.
It's a pretty movie, but that's about it.
No!
There it goes.
Oh my god. Oh no!
So sad.
I am so sad.
So, back to the Great Crab Migration. It is truly one of the most extraordinary sights you'll ever see.
If I see it.
For a whole week in April, the uniquely terrestrial Providencia black crab comes down from its habitat in the mountains. And makes its way awkwardly towards the sea, where the females lay their eggs and the males then fertilize them before returning inland shortly afterwards. So these fucking mountain crabs. During this time, the one road that rings this tiny Caribbean island is closed, and life for many becomes very static and even quieter than usual, with the islanders only able to move around the island on foot. Sam says you should get an award for flipping that.
It was so sad. I don't want an award. I just want my cilantro.
A few months later...
Even more. This is so annoying.
Yeah. A few months later, usually in July, the hatched juvenile crabs, still tiny, crawl out of the sea and head to the mountains. During the second migration, the island shuts down again, and the sound of rustling is permanent day and night as the tiny crabs...
The sound I'm sorry, this is just ridiculous.
As the tiny crabs make their way up the hillside in their millions. If you're lucky, and I'm gonna move this.
No, it's fine. There.
I'm gonna move it.
Okay.
If you're lucky enough to arrive on Providencia during either of these times, you're in for an unforgettable experience. That sounds awesome. Millions of little baby crabs going up to the mountains. So, some other fun facts. Throughout Caldes, Risaralda, and Quindío, some of Colombia's best coffee fincas or farms welcome visitors onto their plantations. That's cool. So you can go visit a coffee farm. There's also Melodies from the Forest. The marimba de chanta is the main musical protagonist in El Corralo, the typical dance of Colombia's Pacific coast. Made from the wood of a spiny palm tree, the instrument is traditionally played hanging from the ceiling. That's cool. I wish they had a picture. And, what's next?
That's it. I don't know what to do next.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna have to wait.
Cool, so
we have like 9 minutes, so...
So I will finish off the last things to read here. So, best in film, some times where Colombia shows up in film. So first is Todos Tus Muertos in 2011. It is a devastating critique of corruption and apathy in Colombia. Okay. Next up is Apaporis in 2010, an incisive documentary into indigenous Amazonian life. Then there is Pero Con Pero in 2008, which is a Tarantino-esque gangster flick. Then there's Maria Llena Aristigracia, 2008. It's a moving tale of teen pregnancy and drug trafficking.
Ooh.
These are fucking wild movies. Soñar no cuesta nada, 2006, which is when Colombian soldiers find millions of FARC dollars and keep it. And then finally, Rosaria Tijeras in 2004, a vengeful hitwoman's thrilling tale that I presume takes place in Colombia.
I'm just opening a can right quick.
Hey, what's that can of?
Tomato paste.
Tomato paste.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it. Oh.
Yeah, there's no tomatoes in here, but you want like that little bit of tomatoey flavor, so we put in some tomato paste.
Oh my god. This can opener has seen better days.
It's old.
Okay.
So next up...
It doesn't work the best any longer.
No, we probably have to replace it at some point.
It's like, I don't think so. Yeah, let's get a new one. I'll order one off Amazon after this. That's probably fine, but this thing's like trashed.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna...
Well, don't throw it out. Okay, cool. Because, like, if we need to open a can in the time between now and when we get one.
Oh, yeah, tomato paste.
Tomato paste.
This stuff is pretty useful. I should keep some around, just in case I ever need it. You never know.
Yep. So, and finally, we can talk about some of the other food and drink in Colombia. Don't miss ajiaco, an Andean chicken stew with corn, many types of potatoes, avocado, and a local herb known as guasca.
Brendan, which rice did you pour in here?
Long grain white.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
just wanted to make sure.
And that's actually a dish that I considered when I was looking for options that we were trying to decide on for this meal. However, I didn't go with it because we could not get that local herb.
Which one?
The first one?
Oh, ajiaco?
It sounded good, but Erica's allergic to avocado, and I don't think we could get that local herb. So it wasn't the best. We were going to have to make a lot of changes, where with this dish, we're pretty much doing it straight up.
Yeah, except for the chicken, but
So don't miss that. And bandeja paisa, a gut-busting mound of sausage, beans, rice, egg, and arepa.
That's the one that you said that was the national dish, but it's not actually a dish. It's just like a fucking buffet.
Yeah, so arepa, which is ground maize flatbread, Colombia's de facto national dish, despite controversy that its prevalence rarely strays from Antioquia. So yeah, that is another thing we kind of looked at, but the problem is,
it's very meat heavy.
Yeah, first of all, it's mostly meat, and second of all, it's not really like a single dish. It's a platter of different meats, beans, and egg with like some avocado. So it wasn't really going to be interesting to cook because it's like cook some meat and you're done. Like we'd get like a couple different fake meats, cook that and some beans, and then we'd be done. It's not really an interesting process. But yeah.
Oof. Hope this lasts me. I have 10% left. And it was to 20 a little while ago.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Do you have a charger? Cause
yeah. You can go get the one from my desk. Okay. So
your desk at work?
No, my nightstand, sorry. Okay. On the street nationwide, you'll find savory arepas of all ilk, with cheese, with ham and eggs, with chicken, mazmorra, a maize-based beverage, empanadas, fried stuffed pastries, fresh orange juice, and fruit salads. Regional options include, yapingachos, which are fried potato cakes with meat, and... What?
Did you say yapingachos?
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm making that for Ecuador.
Oh, nice.
The potatoes with the, remember? With the egg? I don't know, Ecuadorian ones might be a little different, but it's like super common.
Yep, so little heads up. Sounds like we're doing those.
Well, that's because it was my favorite dish when I was living in Ecuador, so that was Ecuadorian. There was other stuff like empanadas and other kinds of things that were,
Yep.
good, but the strictly Ecuador, like the yapingachos are like Ecuadorian.
And so then finally there's helado de paella, which is paella, which is ice cream whipped in a copper tin, which is interesting. In Nariño, ceviche on the Caribbean coast, and tamales in Tolima and Huila. There's also plenty for your sweet tooth. Oblias con arequipe are thin wafers doused in milk caramel. Oof, yum. And cuajada con melao is fresh cheese with melted jaggery.
What is jaggery?
Couldn't tell you.
Huh.
But
Alexa, what is jaggery?
Jaggery is a name.
Okay, thanks, idiot.
That didn't help. So this smells really good.
Yeah.
So I guess we have 3 minutes left on this. So I guess we can take this moment to real quick do a pet segment. Go show off some animals. So let's go find them. I bet I know where the dog is. Ta-da! Hello, Kylum. Are you having a good resting time? You're a good boy. He's had a very chill day. He's done a lot of laying. And he ate. And he went out. It was a good day for Kylum. Good boy. Catherine says, hi, Kylum. Good boy. Oh, he's getting up, giving us a nice big stretch. Come on, bud. Let's go find Polly. Oh, there she is. Polly, we're coming. Hi, kitty. Oh, Kylum's here too, Polly. Sam, Kylum does not go bork. Please don't misrepresent him in that way. He is a very quiet pup. And he would be very offended. He only borks when he sees other dogs. And then it's less of a bork and more of like a whine that just gets a little too loud and he accidentally barks. Or bays or whatever. So that is the pet segment. And we have returned to whatever Erica's doing right now.
I'm setting this up so that we can strain the stock.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's smart.
That's like a fucking... That's what people do. Like, that's like how you cook. Like...
So,
I'm not the one who came up with that.
You're still smart.
Cutting something? That's... Wow, damn.
Genius.
Big brain.
Sam says he is a big boofer. And, yeah, he's a boofer.
He's a
I don't know what a boofer is, but he is.
It's like a woofer boomer.
Yeah. Huge doggo. He's the doggerest doggo.
Oh, yeah.
And then she said bork with some fancy letters.
Jesus Christ, what is Sam, are you good?
She's having a time. She's going through it.
Bork!
Bork!
Bork.
Yeah, like,
okay.
Sam's last few messages were, dog go bork.
Bork.
Dog go bork. He is a big boofer. Huge doggo. Bork. Bjork.
Bork. Alright.
Okay, we will now reveal our product.
Yummy.
Ooh, I'd just eat this. Like, if I'm being completely honest, just a pot full of broth, chicken, and onions. Let's fucking go.
Alright, where's my... It smells really good.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that is how you make some broth.
I'm gonna taste it just for seasoning. Because, and like, I don't know if I need to add a third one of those or not. So.
Sam has got to go.
Oh, bye, Sam.
Bye, Sam. Have fun.
The chicken is feeling juicy and delicious.
Good.
And, yeah. It's very tasty.
Good.
I think I will add one more. Just because it still tastes a bit watery.
Yeah. We'll never say no to more chicken flavor.
But in terms of like...
Could be tastier.
Watering, like it doesn't taste as stocky as it could be. So.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna wait for that to dissolve. It takes a bit sometimes.
Yeah. We're sure that the other one's dissolved, right?
Yeah. They were boiling in here.
True.
Yeah. Like it dissolves well in hot water. It just needs a bit of time to stir around.
God, that looks really good.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
Yeah,
Look at that. The seasoning made the onion.
Yeah, colored
yellow.
it.
Yeah.
So the flavor's good. We just want a little bit more of it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to strain the stock, pick out the chicken, and then measure out some stock to save so we can use it later.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll get cooking on the rice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's more chickeny.
Awesome.
Perfect. Alright.
Okay, so let's strain this bad boy.
Let's see, I want to try it and make sure the chicken's juicy. It's very, I can already tell. Like,
Mm-hmm. Good?
That's amazing, yeah.
Awesome.
Really good. Alright, so this is hot, so I gotta get... I put one down, I thought. It's over there. Where's my other one? I haven't seen my other one for a hot minute.
I don't know. Your other oven mitt?
Yeah!
We'll have to find it at some point. I'm sure it's somewhere.
I need it.
Now?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, we're going on
Okay,
a...
put it in here again.
So, okay.
I don't know why I keep doing that.
I just need to have a talk
I don't know
and
why. It's
explain
really
it.
weird.
So, Erica has 2 oven mitts.
Here, no.
And
this one goes on this.
This is the oven mitt drawer.
I don't know why I keep putting it down there.
The oven mitts go there. But
Alright,
twice
I'm
now,
pouring this.
she has said, Brendan, where is my second oven mitt?
Hold on.
And every time, she puts it in here with the Tupperware. And it doesn't make any sense.
Don't ask me. I don't know. Alright. This is better. It's better. I can, like, see better.
Mm-hmm. Nicely done.
Okay.
Do you want me to scrape out the extras?
I'm just gonna...
Okay.
Thing's heavy.
Yeah, well, you had 5 cups of soup and a bunch of other shit.
Yeah. Oh my god. The chicken is so moist. Like, you can see it's like
Yeah,
fucking...
here, I'm gonna grab a little tiny piece.
It's really good.
Wow, that was some good chicken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't really salvage that. Okay, so... Yeah. So we have our stock. I'm gonna put the chicken into a bowl. Using a lot of bowls today. Or we'll get a bowl out of here. Cheesecloth for next time. Baby.
I'm eating chicken.
Okay. Oh, wrong place. Just put that there. The chickens like fall apart like in your mouth,
It's so good.
which was the goal, so that's good.
That's why I'm eating it. Just the little bits that got left over.
Yeah.
I was like, they're gonna get thrown out otherwise, so I might as well eat them and enjoy them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
See, we're collecting the chicken.
It's not as easy as if you had a real chicken, because if it was a real chicken, I could just like... You can eat it.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's cooked onion. Tastes good.
I wasn't sure if it was fully cooked, but it is, and it's
Yeah.
delicious. If it's real chicken, what?
If it's real chicken, it would have just been on the bone.
Oh, yeah, it would just been one big chunk.
And we could just take it out,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'd be done. But unfortunately, I gotta work at it.
Yeah. Might honestly be
Right,
easier to just
okay.
take out the onions and stuff first and just...
Eat the onion. It's good.
Just-
Yeah.
Garlicky.
It's good.
Good. Yeah, like I said, I straight up, like, if we didn't need this for our rice dish, I absolutely would have just
good chicken.
taken the bowl of, like, stock and veggies and chicken and just had that for dinner.
Yeah, I'm super happy with this because it did get very,
That was a very good process.
Yeah.
So for those of you looking to cook with both stock and veggie chicken, it sounds like the suggestion is when you make your stock, cook your chicken. Because even though you don't need to, because it's fake chicken, it's going to make the whole thing taste a lot better.
It's too hot. Alright. Alright, that's about it.
Yep. And you can see revealed is our nice pot of stock. Perfect.
Courtney, if I take that, would you mind cleaning that out really fast?
Sure.
So I can use it. Be careful, you might want to use mitts. Because it's hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is good. I'm just kind of waiting for it to chill out a little bit because it's really hot. It's tasty. Super tasty. Trying to see. There it is. Alright, I'm gonna try to do this. I feel like I'm gonna burn myself, but
Be careful.
I will try to be. Just gonna do it slowly. I'm gonna get stock everywhere trying to do this. Or I could just pour it in, but I don't trust that. I could get a funnel or something.
Here's your cleaned out guy.
Thank you. Can you take this?
Yep, let me just grab a drink. Sorry.
It's okay. Or get me a paper towel, please. This is spilling. Alright, I almost have enough. It's just like there, yeah. Yeah. There, I can wipe it now.
Perfect. Here's paper towel if you need it.
Yeah, here, that's better.
And how much broth do you need?
Like 2.5 cups. So I'm almost there.
We're at about 2 cups, so we're on our way.
Yeah, it's just getting harder to,
Yeah, as it gets lower.
yeah, it's like...
Almost there, though. Watch this in real time.
That's really close.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Is that about it?
You could probably do another little bit.
Yeah, I guess a little bit.
That's probably good. Perfect. 2.5 cups. Right on the money.
Alright.
Do you want me to take this away? Are you done with it? Or do you need that broth?
I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it for now.
Okay.
Just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And repurpose this thing.
Yep.
Excuse me, let's go read. Okay. So we're gonna heat olive oil. We're gonna reload the page apparently. And just keep glitching out. And just keep glitching out. Okay. Olive oil over medium-high heat. Onions, green peppers, garlic, all that stuff. Okay. So yeah.
Here come the veggies we did.
Medium-high. So
Nice.
you're like, yeah. Alright.
So that's like a 6.5.
I can't remember how much olive oil. I think it was 2 tablespoons. Two tablespoons. Okay.
So yeah, just in case it's coming across, the sizzling is just leftover water. So everything's fine. So you got 2 good tablespoons of oil.
Olive oil, yeah.
Yep. And then we're gonna cook up some veggies. So toss them bad boys in.
Oh, I'm gonna heat up the oil for a sec.
Oh, that makes sense.
Just gonna repurpose this spoon as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all going in the same pot.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't really matter. So Erica, what are your thoughts so far now that we've done a bunch of weeks of this, a bunch of months of this? How has cooking around the world been?
It's great.
Good.
You know I love it.
I know, but I'm trying to make conversation.
No, I'm just saying, like, I love it. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's fantastic.
Is there anything that has surprised you? Either a specific dish or just like something in general?
I can't think about anything, like, just sometimes the combinations of ingredients. So, like, in some of the peanut stews that we made, or like the, chili dish that we made, for Chile, the country, not that we made Chile, the dish.
Yes.
But that was, like, really weird, and it's kind of like, I never would have thought to put those things together, but that's, like, normal, I guess, like, for that dish, and people love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the most...
It was good, so.
Yeah, there's definitely been a couple interesting dishes, especially recently with the peanut butter soup and the Chilean weird amalgamation. There's also... I think the thing that surprised me most
Alright, the oil's hot.
is, like...
Gonna add the veggies and the garlic.
Mm-hmm. So as the veggies and garlic get added, I think...
Keep going,
yep.
yeah.
I think the thing that surprises me the most is, like... So, obviously, every culture has, like, their different foods. But I think I'm surprised by, like, the similarity of it all. And that, like...
Yeah, that's true.
There's so many dishes that are, like...
Rice, dumplings.
Yeah, like, this rice dish we're making, I had to go back and check and make sure that we hadn't made arroz con pollo before, because, like, the chicken plus rice combination is something we've done a lot, like with veggies and whatnot, and, like, obviously, like, they all have their differences. Like, this one has the more interesting broth.
The seasoning with saffron.
Yeah, the
That's
saffron.
good saffron.
And then others have, like, other different things that make it their own. But, like, it's weird how much those kind of formats follow. Where, like... Yeah, like... And one unfortunate thing about us being vegetarian is, or not even just us being vegetarian, but us being vegetarian and unable to access a lot of local ingredients.
Yeah.
Is, I'm sure there are probably some dishes that are like maybe slightly more unique that we weren't able to make. For example, like I forget the name, but the platter of meats and beans and egg is like, I guess that's more unique of a national dish compared to something like this. However, obviously we can't make that because like we don't eat the meat, and also from a cooking show perspective, it's really just not that interesting to be like, okay, we're gonna cook a sausage, okay, we're gonna cook some chicken, okay, we're gonna cook some beans, okay, we're gonna fry an egg. It's like not a lot of like, you never get that like, okay, we're putting it all together part that I feel like is very interesting in cooking. So like, and I'm sure that's also true for other countries where we've had to skip out on some more unique things. But I think just at the end of the day, what's interesting to me is it's like, so many countries have like the meat, veggies, and rice dish. So many countries have the stuffed fried dough thing. Like the dumplings or the pot stickers.
Dumplings are such a thing in like basically every culture. There's just dumplings.
And then like it's just interesting to me that like all of these countries developed in like different times and periods and under different circumstances, but so much of it ended up consistent.
Another interesting thing is how influenced every culture is by something else. Because, like, I've basically never come across something where it's like, oh, this dish is, like, strictly from this area.
Yeah.
And, like, it, you know, I mean, if we look at, like, it's just kind of a gradient across the world. Because even, like, in America, we have these, like, you know, the southern foods that are very, like, stereotypical. But then, if, like, when we've started cooking with Western African countries for this challenge, so many of those ingredients, like okra and millet and things like that, they come into play. That, like, hominy and things like grits and, like, that is just so interesting. Because it's like, it's, you know...
Yeah, I mean, it's actually
everything influences each other.
It's hard sometimes because like we try to get the dishes that are like unique to that country because we don't want to do like because like okay, for example, in like we could have done empanadas for basically every South American country.
Yeah.
But we obviously didn't want to do that because that's not fun. But it's just so interesting because like like every South American country has an empanada. And in the descriptions for each of, they're like, yeah, this is an incredibly popular Colombian food. This is an incredibly popular Chilean food. This is an incredibly popular whatever food. And like they all basically are like, yeah, this is our dish. And like, I don't even know how you like go back and try to figure out where it's actually from.
I don't know.
It's
kind of, oh, go ahead.
Your mom says, you guys do such a great job picking dishes and making them. Thank you.
Thank you, yeah.
Erica definitely does, I guess most of it in general, because... So, this is actually one of the few dishes where I was the one to first find this.
Yeah.
But, most often, Erica's the one who finds the dishes because she's very good at it. And then, she obviously is the cook here. I'm the camera guy. But, yeah, so Erica's definitely the one to thank here, but...
Aw, you're sweet.
And she always makes some very yummy food, so I'm always happy to eat it.
Yeah, it's really hard sometimes, like we were talking about, to find a dish, because, yeah, like you start looking and it's like, oh, well, this country made it first, and then you go to that country, and it's like, oh, well, technically they got inspiration from wherever, and it's like, what's the answer?
Yeah, and then it's also funny because some countries will have, like...
Rice, tomato paste, pollo, sauce, and garlic. Rice, Tomato paste, lime,
It's interesting because some countries will, like, especially smaller countries next to larger countries, and Erica's adding...
Adding a cup of rice, another packet or like half tablespoon of the Sazon Goya, which is MSG salt and
saffron.
Saffron and food coloring.
Yep.
Another
bouillon cube.
Chicken bouillon cube. And a tablespoon
of tomato paste. Kate is here and says,
Kate.
She says, looks yummy.
It does, and it smells really good, and I'm excited to try it, so.
Yep, and just so you know, the parts you're missing, we got some broth here and some chicken, and it's going to be delicious.
What does it say to do? Okay.
But yeah, so it's tough sometimes with the smaller countries, because there will be countries where, because they're so small, 99% of their cuisine is just whatever happens to come from the big country they're next to. Like, I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but it's definitely interesting because you'll look through, like, it takes a lot of searching to find, like, the one dish that's supposedly coming from the actual country. But I think it's also part of, like, it's really hard to say where something was actually originated from, partially because of what I said, like, there's no one originator of a certain thing.
Yeah, not usually.
Like
you could argue, like, China or ancient cultures like that are really old.
Yeah.
India, too. It's like, yeah, those are probably, like, the birthplaces of those things, like the Mesopotamia. I don't think there was much else that they got inspiration from.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, but it's like, at the end of the day...
food has evolved so much since then, so it's like, yeah, you know.
Yeah, and it's like, at the end of the day, this is, in essence, meat, veggies, and rice.
Yeah.
And, like, obviously...
God, it looks so good. I'm
it does.
so hungry.
Like, I'm not going to claim, Erica's not going to claim, and I doubt anyone in the country would claim that this is an original Colombian dish in terms of the concept of the dish. I'm sure, like, the thing that makes this interesting, and it's part of why I like doing the fact that we do some of these, like, similar dishes every once in a while, is, like, you get to see the little touches, like the different broth, the saffron, things like that really, like, and how big a difference it actually makes when you end up eating the dish. But, like,
I'm gonna add this chicken stock now.
Erica's adding the stock.
And there it goes. That's fine. So
Delicious.
Yeah, added that, and now we're going to bring it to a boil. Bring all of this to a boil. And what does it say after that?
Add the chicken stock and bring to a boil.
Yeah.
Then reduce the heat to low. Cover and simmer for about 15 minutes. Then we add the frozen veggies and cook for 7 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Then we add the chicken and cilantro, cook for 5 more minutes, and then we're done.
So yeah. Okay. It tastes simple. Like, oh my fucking god.
Good?
Yes. Like the spoon, like...
Here, could you grab me a little spoonful?
Wow.
I want to taste it.
Yeah. It's the tomato paste, I think. I mean, everything else, but like with the tomato, that acidity, it's like, wow.
Yeah, your mom says that rice looks like it's going to be amazing, and I agree.
I hope so. We'll see, because this is a one-pot rice dish, and we all know how that works out for me.
We've been pretty consistent lately.
We did like one that worked.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to spill.
Oh my god.
Right?
That is so good.
Isn't it actually incredible?
Yeah, this is going to be delicious, guys.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, so it's just really interesting to see, like, the flavor, because, like, even just with that, and we're not even done adding everything, I can absolutely taste a difference in, like, this compared to other rice, veggie, and meat dishes we've made. And, like, we're still going to add, like, the chicken, cilantro, the frozen veggies, and especially the frozen veggies, like the peas, the carrots, things like that. Those are not things that are normally in dishes like this. So it really, like, it changes up the flavor in a way that, like, honestly is like a surprising amount.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'd think, like, oh, it's at the end of the day the same base dish. But it really tastes incredibly different in comparison.
Alright, so that's boiling. So now I am going to cover it and simmer for 15 minutes, reducing the heat to low.
How low?
I do not know. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
So yeah, for this, it's not super full, so I'm gonna go like pretty low, like there.
Bring it down to a 2.
Yeah, ish, like a 1.75. Don't want to go like super low because I've had bad luck with that before, but this is not a lot of stuff in here, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool, so that rice is cooking up. And yeah, this web page.
It keeps reloading, like I'm not even touching it, and it's just.
Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. It keeps like loading new ads.
It said like 15 minutes, right?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, I don't really know what to do in the meantime. I don't want to stop filming because like I want to add more stuff and show that, but we could do trivia probably.
Sure. You want to ask some trivia questions?
Sure.
Awesome.
I will find some.
Here, I'll go over here so I can look at you
Okay.
without being like absurdly close up.
I want my water. I'm gonna come over here and grab it. I hear crickets.
Mm-hmm.
They're so loud. It feels like there's one like right here. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Okay, so hopefully this works. Let me check and see if it works. Okay, it does work. Okay. Alright. So, everybody can play this. I think there's like one person watching, but
It is late.
So what currency does Colombia have? Is it the dinar, the real, the peso, or the dollar? So, yeah, the currency. Is it a dinar, a real, a peso, or a dollar? The Colombian dinar, the Colombian real, the Colombian peso, or the Colombian dollar? Brendan, you're allowed to answer too.
Okay, your mom says the dollar.
Okay.
My guess, could you read them one more time? I didn't realize I was allowed to play. I wasn't listening.
The real, the peso, or the dollar?
I'm going to say the dinar.
Okay.
Your mom said the dollar.
Is Kate still watching, or should I just move?
It doesn't say she's in chat, so we can probably move on, and if she's here, she can do the next one.
Okay, I don't know which one to put then, because I have two different answers.
Say dollar.
So it was wrong. It was actually the peso.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, next. Oh, this is cute. How many times could Germany fit into Colombia? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, or 4 times? So Germany fitting into Colombia. The size
Okay.
difference between them. And Germany, I'm pretty sure Germany is is it the largest? I'm pretty sure it's the largest country in Europe. Except for
The largest non-Russian.
The largest non-Turkey, non-Russia, non-whatever.
The largest Western European.
It might not be. But yeah, Western Europe, I think so.
Yeah, it's the largest Western European
I don't
country.
think France is bigger.
It's close, but whatever.
Yeah.
Your mom says 3. I'll say 2.
Alright, I'm gonna put 3.
Yep.
That's the first answer.
John says 2 as well.
Okay, then I'm gonna put 2 because we have a majority. Okay. It was 3.
Oh,
so
there we go.
Mom was right, so she gets a point.
She did it. She has 1 point. John and I have none.
Man, Germany's big too. Like, it's not huge, but it's big.
Yeah.
So Colombia is 3 times bigger than Germany. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what kind of governmental system does Colombia have? Does it have a unitary presidential republic? Does it have a federal republic? Does it have a federal presidential constitutional republic? Or does it have a constitutional monarchy?
So, Really quick, Kate came in at the last second saying 2 and was unfortunately wrong, and your mom said booyah.
That's okay, Kate. You can try this one. It's confusing.
Yeah, could you read it one more time for everyone?
The governmental system of Colombia. Is it a unitary presidential republic, a federal republic, a federal presidential constitutional republic, or a constitutional monarchy?
I'm gonna say 3. It's a complete guess.
Because it has a lot of words.
Because it has a lot of words.
So Brendan's guessing a federal presidential constitutional republic.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds like our country. So.
Your mom says a federal presidential constitutional republic.
Okay.
We'll give John and Kate a chance to chime in. I have something in my nail. I think it's chicken.
It's chicken.
Kate says, don't know, not gonna guess. That's fine. My guess was completely random, so I understand. Your mom says, because I watched Narcos, is why she...
Oh, so she knows.
John says, same as her.
Okay, yeah, they probably know because they watched it. Actually, you're all wrong.
Shit.
It's a unitary presidential republic.
God damn it.
I don't know what the difference is between a unitary presidential republic and a federal presidential constitutional republic. I'm assuming that means the president is the one that decides everything, and it's not.
Yeah, they don't.
Like,
they don't have like another representative body.
That's what it sounds like, but who knows?
Yeah, your mom said, I know they have a president. Yeah, my guess would be that the president has more power than somewhere like America.
They don't have like as many
other
they
things.
Have a constitution in the same way. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, they probably have whatever. But so we're maintaining at 1 point for Catherine, no points for anyone else.
Okay, it's fine. We still have over halfway to go.
Mm-hmm.
What is the official language of Colombia? Is it Colombish, Spanish, Colombian, or Portuguese?
So I know this one. I'll wait to say it.
So again, Colombish, Spanish, Colombian, or Portuguese as the official language of the country of Colombia.
And while people wait and while people answer, your mom said they do, though. They have a representative body. At least Narco said they do. Maybe the president has more power. I don't know. We're also just guessing based on the word Unitarian. So who fucking knows? But so Catherine says Spanish. John says Spanish. I also believe it is Spanish based on our book reading we did earlier. And because it's probably not Colombish.
You don't think it's Colombish?
Don't think it's Colombish. So we're just waiting on Kate.
Yeah, I'm waiting a few seconds. I don't want to rush her. I think I'm gonna press the button.
Okay, call
Sorry, Kate. Alright, so yeah, it's Spanish. I feel like that's pretty easy because
yeah, it's South America.
Yeah. Portuguese is the only one like, oh, it could be Portuguese.
Yeah.
But nope.
So that is now 2 points for Catherine, 1 point for John and I, 0 points for Kate because she's not participating.
Yeah, that's so sad. Alright, so what is the capital of Colombia? Is it Bogota, Medellin, Cali, or Quito?
I know this one as well. I'm so smart.
So Bogota, Medellin, Cali, or Quito?
We'll see what people say. Man, I'm hungry.
Yeah, this takes forever.
We also started late.
Yeah.
It's about 7 minutes left. And then another 10 minutes or so for the rest of the stuff to cook. Your mom says Bogota. That's my answer as well. Don't eat the chicken.
It's juicy.
I know. It's got to go in the food. So I think you can hit Bogota. Yeah. John confuses, apparently.
What would you mean?
John is confused.
Why? Why are you confused?
He probably just doesn't know.
The question is, what is the capital, like the city, the capital city of Colombia? Is it Bogota, Medellin, Cali, or Quito? That was the question.
John's waffling between Bogota and Medellin.
I don't know. I do know, but I'm not gonna. Pick one.
John, you got to give us an answer.
It's fine. We have 5 minutes.
Yeah, you have when that says, he says Medellin.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick Bogota because.
Yep, majority.
So yeah, that's right.
It's Bogota.
Medellin is not the capital, but it is an important city.
So there we go. That is 3 points for Catherine, 2 points for me, 1 point for John. So that means I'm no longer in last. Ha.
So the next question is the Colombian flag. The Colombian flag contains which 3 colors? Is it blue, red, and yellow, red, white, and blue, green, red, and yellow, or red, green, and blue? So blue, red, yellow, red, white, and blue, green, red, yellow, red, green, and blue.
I feel bad because I know this one, but that's because they showed the map in the book, and I just...
You saw it,
well,
yeah.
I didn't show it because we were watching veggies be cut, so I have an advantage. Sorry, everyone.
I don't actually... Like, I can make a guess, but I don't actually know.
I know it.
I have a guess, but...
Your mom says blue, red, and yellow. John says the same, and I was going to say the same thing. Damn it. I thought this was my time to shine.
That was actually not my answer, so I was going to be wrong. Okay, so yeah, that's right.
Yep.
It's blue, red, and yellow, and you all get a point.
Man, that was my chance to catch up. So 4 points for Catherine, 3 points for me, 2 points for John.
So the next question is yawning in public considered to be impolite in Colombia? Yes or no? Simple. Is yawning in public impolite in Colombia?
I'm going to say no, but that is very much a guess. Like, I have no insider information here. Your mom says yes. This is my chance. John says yes as well.
All right. So yes, indeed, it is impolite
Fuck.
in Colombia. So John's caught up to you.
Yep, so I was thinking it was probably yes, but like, I wanted to go, I'm trying to like next level and be like, yeah, but nope. So that is
right.
5 points for Catherine, 3 points for John and I.
Okay, so what is the biggest ethnic group in Colombia? Is it Amerindian, Afro-Colombian, Mestizo, or white? And Mestizo is how you and I would refer to somebody who is Latino, basically.
Gotcha.
Or Hispanic. It's like a mixture between Spanish and Indian descent.
What was the first one?
So Amerindian, which is American Indian, Afro-Colombian, Mestizo, or white.
I'm going to go with number 3, personally, Mestizo. Your mother says the same.
And Afro-Colombian, I think that's
African
obvious,
Colombian.
but it's African. Yeah, it's like African-American,
Yeah.
but in Colombia.
Just waiting on John's answer. Same. We're all saying Mestizo.
Yep, that's right. It's pretty easy because I think most people in South America in general are Mestizo.
Yep. So that is, I don't remember, but Catherine is 2 points ahead of John and I.
Yeah.
It's 6 and 4.
So, which country does not share a border with Colombia? Is it Venezuela, Costa Rica, Peru, or Ecuador? And this does not share a border. I know the answer to this. You gotta use geography knowledge. So, which country doesn't share a border with Colombia? Does Venezuela not share a border? Does Costa Rica not share a border? Does Peru not share a border? Or does Ecuador not share a border with Colombia? Do you know this one? I feel like you should.
I have an answer that I'm reasonably sure of. I guess I'll just say it. I think it's Costa Rica, but we'll see what everyone else says.
Yep. Get those answers in because I gotta do stuff.
Yeah,
in
you guys
30
have
seconds.
you guys have 35 seconds from whenever you see this. John says Peru.
Okay.
Catherine says Venezuela.
Okay, so I know the answer. It's Costa Rica. Costa Rica does not touch South America. It's part of Central America.
Yes.
And the country that actually touches Colombia is Panama, which is the only country that touches South America at all. Like, that's why, it's the isthmus, so it's like, Panama's like this then, and here's South America, so that's the only one that touches it.
So we now end with Catherine at 6 points, me at 5.
7.
No.
Oh, right.
Catherine at 6, me at 5, John at 4.
Right.
So that was a good game of trivia there.
We have like 2 more, I think, or 1 more question.
Oh, so we're not done.
Yeah, but we're doing something.
We're almost done.
Okay, so now that that's going on, this thing just hates me. Add peas, carrots, and green beans, and move corn. And cook 1 more time. I don't know if it means uncovered or covered. It doesn't say to cover it, but I need a bit.
Ooh, look at that rice.
Yeah, it's not done.
No, but
like
it's certainly getting there.
It's yeah, it's not bad. Actually, it's not bad. It's not like hard or anything.
Good. Shall I add our veggies?
Sure, yeah, you can add the veggies. Go ahead.
Ta-da!
Just add.
I wanted to do it cinematically.
Okay.
Come on.
Sorry.
It'll be okay.
Okay.
I forgive you.
So yeah,
Yep, just add some more veggies.
I think I'm gonna cover it again, yeah.
That makes sense. I think you should.
Yeah, I think I should too. Gonna turn the heat up just a little bit because we added more stuff.
And then pop the top right back on. Your mom says this has been a long cooking segment.
Yeah,
yes, it has. It's been 1 hour and 26 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Brendan saying it wouldn't take very long.
Well,
it
so
would take 30 minutes.
Well, so this is the thing that surprised me, because I thought once we started cooking things, we'd be done. But I didn't realize that it's like you cook things for a little bit, then you put more stuff in, then you cook things for a little bit. Because we could have been done 20 minutes ago, if we threw everything in at once, like I expected. But because we have more to show, we're still going. But it's fine because it's going to be delicious and we're having a good time. So give us those last questions.
I can't because it made me start over. So give me 1 second.
No worries.
Through it too.
Well, we got time to burn, so it's all good. Just doing a little heat adjustment. That's why Erica is the professional. Yep, so we got everything cooking in there, and then at this point, 5.5 minutes, we are going to put the last items, which is the cilantro and the chicken, and then it cooks for another 5 minutes or so. And yeah, it'll be a good time. And yeah, so.
All right.
Oh.
Which of the following is a typical Colombian dish? Arepas, brigadeiros, ceviche, or paella?
So really quick, Becca's here. Hi, Becca.
Hello.
I hope school's going well for you. But my answer would be arepas.
Okay. So again, a typical Colombian dish. Arepas, brigadeiros, ceviche, or paella.
Becca says hi.
Hello, Becca.
Repeat, please.
Which of the following is a typical Colombian dish? Arepas, brigadeiros, ceviche, or paella?
Your mom says ceviche. Let's see what John says, and then we'll give just another minute in case Becca wants to join in. John says arepas as well. And we'll give it till the timer says 3:30 before we continue on, just to make sure we give Becca a chance. It's going to be weird for you guys because there's a delay, but it's going to be 3:30 for us. So it'll probably be like 3:50 for you, which is... We'll probably actually be moving on about the time I started talking about when we'll be moving on.
We're moving on now.
Yep. So,
So,
what's the answer?
yeah, arepas is correct.
Woo!
Paella is Spanish, brigadeiros is Brazilian. Ceviche is like kind of all over the place. I don't know where it originates from.
So that moves the point totals to 6 for me and Catherine. I've caught up. And 5 for John.
Yep, and that was the end. So I can
Ho-ho!
find another one.
So I did it. I made my run back. But Becca says school's been lots of fun, which is good to hear. I hope you're being safe with everything going on.
Okay, here's what? It's like not even correct.
Just lies.
I think it means what is the capital? This is all the same questions. Or there's some that are different. Okay, what is the preferred business meal of Colombia?
Business meal?
The business meal, like if you were to take, like, you know, you have lunch or whatever, I don't know. Like, you know, I feel like lunch here, right? Like you go out for lunch and have like a business, I don't know, that's what I think.
Oh, you mean like lunch, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Like a business meal.
Yes,
yeah, like
yes.
Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Like if you're like, let me take you out.
Yeah,
you here at lunch.
You go out for lunch generally because that's during working hours.
So what do they do in Colombia? Is it breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Hi, baby.
I'm gonna go for the wild card and say breakfast.
That's what I want to say. I don't know.
I think it's wrong, and I'm probably gonna throw my lead because your mom's saying dinner, which I feel like is the correct question, the correct answer to this.
Maybe.
But we'll see.
I have a thought, but who knows?
John says dinner as well. So
should I wait for Becca?
Give her like 20 seconds.
Okay.
Your mom said you don't have a lead yet, dude. We're tied. I meant like I'm going to throw my...
Yeah,
I will fall back behind. Or I'll pull ahead. We'll see.
Okay, so... Should I just move on? It's been like...
Yeah, we're good.
Alright. So I'm gonna put dinner. Is that... Okay. It is lunch.
Fuck. We all lost.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because like I just said, it's business hours. That's when you do business. But
actually, there's a question about business hours right now.
Oh.
What are the business hours? Is it 8 to 5, 6 to 9, or all day?
Oh, man. I'm gonna say 6 to 9. Personally.
It's a long day.
Yeah.
8 to 5, 6 to 9, or all day.
Your mom says 8 to 5. I'm going to be pissed when it's once again the boring answer and I lose.
Polly, can you...
Polly, no scratching, please. Thank you. 8 to 5 for John.
That's correct. 8 to 5.
God damn it! Who makes this quiz where all the correct answers are just boring?
Okay.
Like, God, what do people say when they meet each other? Hello!
Alright, what is the religion, the dominant religion? Christianity, Islam, or Roman Catholicism?
So, I have an answer, but I'm going to, really quick before that, I will say the current scoreline is now 7 for Catherine, 6 for John and I.
I'm just going to pick something so it doesn't kick me out
Yep.
so I know what the answer
Yep.
is. Okay. Because I need to.
Yep, your mom says Roman Catholic. I was about to say the same.
Sure you were.
I was!
Okay.
It doesn't even make sense for me to say the same thing as her because I technically need to win and have her lose. John also says Roman Catholic.
So this is getting pretty good. It's still a little watery, but
That's what that last bit of cook time is for.
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, we sure hope.
Yeah. It might just kind of look a bit watery, but that's fine.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck me.
What'd you do?
I knocked over the chives.
Those aren't chives.
I knocked over the...
Yeah?
cilantro.
Okay. Alright. So yeah, I'm just turning up the heat because it's getting a little crowded in here.
But yeah, I mean...
So now we're going to add...
Wet's better than crunchy, so I'm happy with the way the rice came.
Well, no, I mean... It hasn't absorbed all the liquid,
Oh,
so...
then, yeah, definitely turn the heat up.
It tastes good. Like, it's not quite done.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like, it's like basically done.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, probably turn the heat up, because that was always our issue before, is we didn't turn it up enough.
No, that's good. That's much better than how we've had rice look before.
So, cilantro?
Please, give me a second.
I'm gonna knock it over again. If I keep
Okay.
having it.
Add the chicken, cilantro, mix well with a fork, and cover. I don't know why it says a fork.
I think
I'm
you
not
can
gonna
use the
mix it
spoon.
with a fork.
It's gonna taste like shit, because you didn't use a fork.
Yeah. Okay.
Bada boom. Look at that meal. This is gonna be so good.
Yep.
Whole lot of veggies. And the chicken looks like it ended up actually being a pretty good ratio.
Yeah, it's a good amount.
I don't think we needed a second box.
No, probably not.
Like, I wouldn't have said no to more chicken, but I think in terms of, like, actually the correct ratio, this is what we want. Your mom says pretty, and I agree. I think
It's a nice, like, combination of cool colors.
Mm-hmm. Your mom says looks delish, and I'll let you know.
So, yeah. I'm gonna do, like, 6 minutes, just because it's not quite done.
Yeah. So do you want to wait out that time, or do you want to call it here?
We had a...
You have more questions?
Yeah. Well, the one question, I said I needed to get the answer.
Oh, yeah.
Answer to
We all said Roman Catholic.
That was right, yeah.
Yep.
So you got a point.
Yep, so that's now 8, 7, and 7.
Yep.
There we go.
I was gonna wait. I guess we don't have to, but it's only 5 minutes, so like...
Yeah, I mean, we can hang out for
Why not?
just another couple minutes, let everyone see the final product.
Yeah.
So, baking around the world versus cooking around the world. Which of you enjoyed more?
I don't know. They're all the same shit. They're both annoying as fuck. They both take 5 hours of my day. Like, I do this knowing, like, oh, I'm gonna, like...
It's only gonna be like 2. But yeah, no, I understand. But,
Yeah.
like, like, which one? Because you obviously enjoy it, because you continue to do it. Your mom put a laughing emoji. Laughing, crying. But
some of them are, like, really... The ones that are, like, 20 to 30 minutes, that, like, they're like a fucking jewel. Like, they're, like, the the diamond in the rough. Because whenever they're so rare, but whenever I come across them, it's like this felt great. I was done in half an hour, and then I like didn't have to think about it again.
Which is hilarious because the dessert she chose to do for this week.
Oh yeah, no,
is
that's
gonna
bad.
be like
it's gonna be all day.
4+ hours.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I think only like an hour or two will actually be streamed, but there's gonna be.
It involves making our own cheese.
Yeah.
So, and I can show you, I bought muslin cheesecloth just for this. So, cheesecloth. And yeah, I'll be making my own cheese, and
Your mom
goes into the dessert. So.
Your mom wants to know, what is the dessert?
I don't remember the name.
Yeah.
It's on that phone, and I don't.
You'll have to
Parua?
Maybe.
That sounds familiar. Parua or Panarua.
Something like that.
It's something like that. It's Bangladeshi, and it's basically. It's really strange, like...
It's like fried cheese with sweet syrup.
It's like cheese... It's like, okay, so part of it is you make cheese. You just, like, make cheese. And then you, in addition to cheese, you have milk. If you boil, like, whole fat milk, or not boil it, cook it on very low heat for, like, 4 hours, it becomes this, like, dry, almost like a dried powder. So you combine that with the... cheese that you make, combined with some cardamom, which we got, and there's something else, I think like baking soda or something like that, or flour or something, and you combine those
semolina.
Not semolina, yeah, semolina. Combine those things together into a dough, and then after you have that, you basically roll them into little balls and you fry them in ghee.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of ghee in the dough too. But you fry them in ghee, or ghee and oil. And when they're done, you make a simple syrup and you pour the simple syrup over them and you eat them.
It sounds really good.
Sounds really good. It does
but
sound really good.
Yeah, it's gonna take a long time.
Pentua, right?
Something like that,
It's Pentua.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so once again, if you had to choose between cooking around the world and baking around the world, which do you prefer?
I just answered this question.
You know, you said you hate both of them.
Yeah, I don't. They're both the same to me. Like.
Gotcha. So you don't have a preference between the cooking and the baking?
No. I mean, it's all like, oh, let's do something different. That's sometimes really annoying and sometimes usually really rewarding, but yeah, I complain, but I actually really like cooking and baking, and they're some of my favorite hobbies, and it really distracts me from anything that I'm worried about or anything that goes on in the world, because I just think about food.
Keeps you busy.
That's all I'm thinking about. It's like, I'm making food, and I'm not thinking about
stuff.
Being sad or whatever, so it's productive also because then at the end I have something to show for it. So it's like I have food that sustains me and other people, and I think that's good. Like, I don't know. That wasn't what you asked, but I don't know. I feel the same way about anything I make. It doesn't really matter.
They both provide you the same feeling. So your mom said, "Oh wow, yum" to the dessert description, and also sent you a bunch of hearts. But
my back is hurting from standing. So much.
But yeah, I think personally, I prefer cooking.
Cooking is easier to change. It's more malleable. So if you mess up, you can fix it usually. But with baking, it's really hard.
I meant in terms of these challenges. I personally prefer cooking, and the reason for that is a very specific reason. Because I agree, they're both great, and especially as someone who mainly benefits at the end when I get to eat the food.
Alright.
I really enjoy having leftovers, because it means I get yummy lunches.
Could have done like 2 cups instead of 2.5 cups of this stock, but that's pretty cool. Like, that's not bad.
Looks good to me. I'd eat that.
Yeah.
So yep, there it is, everyone.
I can get a spoonful of the rice and chicken.
Arroz Con Pollo Colombiano. And it's going to be amazing.
Tastes good.
Erica thumbs up. And Yep, so that'll be all. Erica will post a picture of it later tonight or possibly tomorrow morning with some more information about it.
Yeah.
And a nice staged picture. And yeah, so I believe our plan is Sunday we will be making that dessert. So look forward to that. And until next time, bye-bye everyone.